Good evening. There's a moment in every political disaster where you can see it coming, where the warning signs are so obvious that what happens next feels almost inevitable. For the Republican Party heading into the 2026 midterms, that moment is right now. Let me paint you a picture of just how bad things have gotten. This week, the Cook Political Report, one of the most respected election forecasters in the country, shifted 18 House races towards Democrats. That's not a minor adjustment, that's a seismic shift. Their conclusion? Democrats now have more than enough opportunities to claim the majority. Here's the reality Republicans are facing. If the election were held today, they would need to win roughly 3/4 of toss-up races just to maintain control of the House. And analysts are saying that looks increasingly difficult. But wait, it gets worse. When voters are asked which party's House candidates they'll support in 2026, Democrats hold a 5.3% advantage. Now, you might think, okay, that's not catastrophic, but consider this. That represents an 8-point swing from 2024, when Republicans won the popular vote by 2.6%. And here's the kicker. 21 House Republicans won their 2024 seats with margins of less than 8 points. Let that sink in. One bad week for Trump, one more policy disaster, and those seats flip blue. Now, you might be wondering, how did we get here? Trump keeps saying the economy is excellent, that we've never been better, but the American people aren't buying it. 75% of Americans, including 56% of Republicans, believe tariffs are raising prices. Think about what families are dealing with right now. You go to the grocery store and everything costs more. Your health insurance premium just skyrocketed. Rent is unaffordable. Buying a home feels impossible. Childcare costs are crushing young families. Trump's approval on healthcare? It dropped from 34% in November to just 29% in December. And here's the stunning part. Most of that decline came from Republicans. His own base is turning on him over healthcare costs. Here's the political problem. 65% of voters believe Trump's policies favor the wealthy, compared to just 12% who think they help the middle class. 61% believe his policies have raised health insurance premiums. These aren't abstract numbers. These are the ingredients for an electoral massacre. But Trump isn't just failing on the economy. He's creating chaos abroad that's alienating even his own party. Let's talk about Greenland. Trump has been threatening almost daily to invade this Danish territory. It sounds absurd, and it is absurd, but it's also dangerous. Republican Congressman Don Bacon felt compelled to go on national television and issue a stark warning. Here's what Bacon said. There's so many Republicans mad about this. If he went through with the threats, I think it would be the end of his presidency. When asked if he would support impeachment if Trump invaded Greenland, he said he would lean that way. He called it utter buffoonery and said invading an ally would be catastrophic. Read that again. A Republican congressman is publicly discussing impeaching a Republican president over a foreign policy threat that Trump keeps repeating. Senator Rand Paul has been equally critical, saying Trump has abandoned his non-interventionist principles. Meanwhile, a CNN poll found that 51% of Americans say ICE enforcement actions are making cities less safe rather than safer. Here's what should absolutely terrify GOP leadership. Their own members are breaking ranks. 15 House Republicans joined with Democrats to extend ACA tax credits. Republican senators are voting against Trump on key resolutions. The Senate passed War Hours resolutions opposing his Venezuela policy. These aren't minor defections. These are cracks in the foundation, and they're growing. Trump himself senses the danger. At a recent House Republican retreat, he gave what was described as a meandering speech focused on grievances rather than strategy. Let's zoom out for a moment. History is not on Trump's side. The party in the White House rarely gains seats in midterms. Since 1932, the sitting president's party has lost an average of 26 House seats. Trump knows this, but knowing about a problem and fixing it are two different things. And here's the brutal truth. Trump isn't trying to fix the problem. He's making it worse. Every day he spends threatening allies instead of lowering costs is a day that pushes more voters towards Democrats. We're 10 months away from the midterms, 10 months for Trump to course correct, to focus on what Americans actually care about, to stop the chaos. But nothing in his behavior suggests he will. Americans want lower costs. Trump's policies are raising them. Americans want to avoid foreign entanglements. Trump is threatening to invade allies. Americans want stability. Trump is creating chaos. And Republicans in competitive districts are watching their chances evaporate in real time. The Cook Political Report isn't predicting a Republican loss. It's documenting one that's already happening. The question isn't whether the GOP will suffer in November. The question is how bad it will be. Right now, Trump's policies aren't just unpopular, they're electoral poison, and every day he doubles down is another day closer to a Democratic majority. The Republican nightmare isn't coming, it's already here, and Trump is the one who created it. That's the reality. 10 months to go.